White people. There are three things we cannot live without: Corey Sandhagen, coleslaw, and of course, Moist Critical. Now, I'm an MMA channel. I post UFC vids, predictions, all that sort of stuff. So you're probably wondering, why am I talking about good old Charlie? Well, I came across this video.
You watched UFC yesterday? I did. I was so happy about how the McGregor fight went down. I'm a big McGregor hater, so to see him embarrass himself like that was some wild cinema.
Now that alone made me curious about Moist Critical's UFC takes, because I do enjoy the occasional Moist vid, and I'm a UFC fan, so I was curious to see what I'd find, and what I found is that Moist Critical is a massive hypocrite when it comes to his takes on Conor McGregor. To give you context, let's start 3 years back, and for the first half of this video, I'm gonna sound like a classic Conor McGregor meat writer, but I'll need you to stay with me here to understand my point. Now, Conor McGregor's name gets brought up in Moist Critical's chat, and I want you to watch this clip.
You see Vasily Kamansky call out Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz to a slapping match on his Instagram. Now, I can't say I saw that. I haven't kept up with Conor McGregor in a while. He just kind of faded out of like my mind for a bit until I saw he made like an absolutely dog shit post on Twitter about God, what was it? I think it was a comedian whose wife had passed away, and he was like making fun of him for it.
What? Conor McGregor said what? Now, back in Conor McGregor's cocaine era, it wasn't rare for him to hop on Twitter, say some insane shit, but I feel like I heard most of the crazy ones. So it took me by surprise when I heard this, because that would be crazy. Making fun of someone's dead wife? Except that isn't what happened at all. I don't even know how he got to that, but to give you the rundown, Laura Sanko did a top 5 UK MMA fighter list on the UFC weigh-in show, and she accidentally put Conor on it. It's a common mistake. People sometimes confuse Irish and UK people, but Irish comedian PJ Gallagher responded to the clip saying they can have this lad, basically saying Ireland wants nothing to do with Conor. And if you know Conor McGregor, you know he loves his country, he loves being Irish, so he was heated when he saw this. I mean, I imagine he took a line, hopped right on Twitter and posted this: "At PJ Gallagher, you little sad pox of a thing. Sit upright and smile for a change, will you? You sad cunt. Wife left you and all, and you're crying in the paper about depression. Posture like a prawn. Sad bastard. I am Ireland. Don't forget it. There's blood on my flag." So obviously Conor didn't take too kindly to the disrespect. I mean, he brought up this man's wife leaving him pretty low, but I suppose you shouldn't throw rocks from a glass house in the first place. Then Paul McGrath stepped in, defended PJ, calling McGregor a bully, and Conor said this: "I challenge PJ and Paul McGrath to a 2-versus-1 boxing match in aid of mental health and anti-bullying organisations." Wasn't done there though, as he also responded to a few fans on Twitter after one suggested that he and Gallagher should shake hands and make up because it is Christmas. Conor said, "Why should I?" He attempted to publicly rally people against me with a disgraceful insult, and out of nowhere too, all while being an advocate for mental health in the press. Is the height of hypocrisy. I don't know him, never spoke on him once in my life. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know about you guys, but so far, I feel like Conor McGregor is in the right here. Childish? Maybe. Yes, but you can't blame him for talking shit back to someone who started it. Another fan commented that PJ thought he could get away with a cheeky little insult, but Conor said it was more than an insult to him. It also wasn't the first time he's taken shots at me, just the first time I responded. But I suppose he has mental health issues, so he has a free pass to insult me publicly. That's a great point. Eventually though, Conor posted this a few hours later, putting the beef to rest.
I'll tell you what, that's it, yeah. That's the final of that. We're going to call it day on a PJ and McGrath and all, yeah? Yous won this round, lads, yeah? Yous won this round, yeah? Fair play to you. Have a good one. Hello, how are you? What's your name? Andrea. Nice to meet you, Conor, yeah? Lads, you won this round. Fair play to you, yeah? Catch us on the flip, yeah? I'm going to bow out and say, you know what? I'm going to be the bigger man and bow out, yeah?
Now, back to Moist Critical. He thankfully looks up the actual drama, reads that it wasn't Conor McGregor making fun of some poor comedian's dead wife, but making fun of him for being left by his wife. Let's see what Moist Critical says after realizing his mistake.
He's just an absolute piece of shit. UFC star Conor McGregor takes aim at Irish comedian PJ Gallagher, and I think it was for his wife passing away. And I guess it wasn't his wife passing away, I guess it was his wife leaving him? I guess? I thought I recalled it was her passing away, but same thing, I guess.
What? What? No! No! That is not the same shit. Those are two very different things, bro. One is making fun of death, the other's making fun of some geezer getting dumped.
Tweet had nothing wrong with it. Don't get why people care about it. I mean, he's just a douchebag. Like, this isn't just being like the UFC villain. This is just being an unreasonable, unlikable asshole. It's just a comedian who made a joke about him. And then he's shitting on him for having mental health troubles and his wife leaving him. Like, he just looks like a bitch here.
What did you think the best course of action was for that?
You were giving all this Dana, this Dana, that. You're f***ing control with the WWE as well, but I don't be giving all this mega snip.
What's up, bro?
Hey, nice
How are you, dude? I like your videos, dude.
I appreciate it.
I know you've talked some shit, but...
Everybody hates Logan Paul. Is everyone around Logan just a f***ing idiot? I'm always super happy that people don't take it personally, man.
I don't.
Okay,
I don't.
thank God.
I understand I'm a and I appear to be a bro. Good to see you, bro.
And also, Prime's pretty fire.
Thanks,
I'm not
bro.
allowed to say it on camera.
I get it, bro. I get it, bro. Fuck, bro.
Good luck today, right?
Yeah, likewise, bro. Likewise.
How does he look like a bitch? Because he's hurt over a comedian making a joke about him. So he goes and whines and then makes this heated post about his mental health or whatever. And there's blood on my flag. I am Ireland. Like, he just looks very insecure. He clearly got hurt by whoever this is making a joke about him. How does he not look like a bitch?
Like I said, PJ was the one who threw the first stone, multiple stones according to Conor, and he just finally got a brick lobbed back at him. I don't see that as Conor being an arsehole in this situation. I mean, especially when he offered a charity boxing match for mental health. I mean, they aired him on that. And then he was the one who posted the video putting the beef to rest. Like, as far as a coked up Conor McGregor goes, this is a very mature ending compared to some of the other drama we've gotten from him. By the way, before we move on to the next segment, I gotta say, Conor is a dirtbag, or at least he used to be, but man, the news outlets back then were not doing him any favors. They were doing him so dirty. I mean, look at this. There's no mention of PJ starting the beef anywhere here. They legit made it look like Conor just randomly shat on this dude for no reason. Now, you may be asking, what's with the Conor defense right now? My whole point is, out of all the things Conor has done over the years, this is one of the 3 times like Moist Critical has mentioned him, and he's calling him scum over this situation. I find it so hypocritical because he's listed his favorite fighters before, and every single one of them has done things way worse than this shitty little Twitter spat. If this was scumbag, asshole, douchebag behavior, then I want to see him keep that same energy for the fighters he's publicly said he loves. Because on this very same stream, not even 5 minutes after hating on Conor McGregor over a nothing burger Twitter beef, he goes on to say he's an Adesanya fan.
Now people I've seen shit on him. But I've always liked Adesanya. I think he's cool. He's a weeb.
Now, by Moist Critical's own morals, Izzy should be scum of the earth. This guy literally said he would rape Kevin Holland. I mean, he's brought up dead parents. He called Dricus Duplessis racial slurs. And man, he molested his dog on video. And before I continue, I'm not arguing that Conor is a good person or that he's like a better person than all these fighters I'm about to bring up. I just think there's a lot of hypocrisy here that I want to point out. Speaking of other fighters, he's also a Paddy fan, which if you want to get into saying vile shit on Twitter, I mean, Paddy, he was straight up hating on Georgians as a whole, like all of them. He even brought them up dying in wars.
You can joke about me, say whatever you want to say about me. Whatever, he's a mushroom, he is this, he is that. Don't talk about war because you don't know how is it. And many kids die in that war, many people die in that war. You know, not a lot of good things happen in the war.
I don't know. To me, it just feels like Moist Critical's kind of picking and choosing what to let slide. What is the problem, you know? I don't think he's doing it on purpose or anything. Moist, despite the godly appearance, is human. I'm sure this is like a subconscious thing because he likes one fighter and dislikes another. I mean, it's pretty clear he's not a Conor McGregor fan at all. Like, he said it at the clip at the start of the video, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, the earliest mention he made of Conor that I could find was during the Khabib build-up where he was kind of frowning on the whole bus attack situation. But again, that is just another example. He mentions Conor attacking the bus, but there's no mention of the moment that instigated the bus attack where Khabib and his team cornered Conor's friend and assaulted him.
There's a guy named Artem who is Conor's best friend. He's from Russia. Khabib is from Russia too. Okay. There was some kind of Russian stuff going on between those two in New York, and Khabib slapped him, surrounded him with his friends and slapped him. He picked up the phone and called Conor.
That's
said,
embarrassing,
Khabib
isn't
slapped him. Conor fueled up the G650 and loaded it up with Irish guys. They flew to New York and attacked the bus that he was on.
Speaking of Khabib, listen to what old Charlie had to say about him in the stream.
Khabib's gave like McGregor that last little bit of CTE to finally ruin his fucking brain. Khabib's a fucking legend, man.
There is so much to say about that. Firstly, Khabib, he did not give Conor CTE, bro. That was all dust and poria right there. Do not take that feed away from the diamond, or it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad, Moist Critical. Secondly, listen, I like Moist Critical, but is that not just a weird fucking thing to say? I'm so happy this man's brains have been brutally scrambled, subjected to severe trauma, and now he's mentally damaged despite having a family and all that. If you want to say, well, Conor McGregor, he was found civilly liable for rape, so he kind of deserves this slander. Yeah, well, where was this energy for Mike Tyson, bro?
Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul in July. I did see the announcement. It's on Netflix too. I think this is very sad. Like, Mike Tyson is still incredible, especially for his age, but come on. I think it's kind of sad.
Moist was milking the sympathy card for him during the Jake Paul build-up, worried for his safety and shit. Like, bro, he was convicted of rape. Conor was only found liable. Mike went to fucking prison. He got locked up. Like, if you want to say he hates on Conor because of the SA case, which might I add, has so many holes in it, then he needs to keep that same energy for Mike Tyson. I mean, when Mike had that ulcer scare and the Jake Paul fight had to be delayed, he made this like really sort of downbeat, somber video saying Jake was a bad person for still trying to beat on him, trying to get the fight going. But that makes me confused, because weren't we just hyping Khabib up for beating on Conor and giving him CTE?
So, Mike Tyson recently just had a medical emergency on a flight. He had an ulcer flare-up, and it's postponed the event even further. Mike Tyson is one of the best to ever fight. By all definitions, he is a certified legend. Mike Tyson had a medical emergency while on a flight. It was identified as an ulcer flare-up, and he's been advised to avoid heavy training for a few weeks. And if Jake Paul had any level of shame, he would just call off the fight in response to that. Just be like, hey, Mike Tyson, you got nothing to prove. But unfortunately, he's a pathetic little worm who would never do that.
Like, Conor and Mike Tyson are literally the same person. They've done all the same shit. They got the same damn rap sheet. And by the way, can we just comment on this real quick?
Khabib's a fucking legend, man. What did he finish? He finished like fucking, what, 29-0 or something?
There's nothing wrong with being a casual viewer of the sport, but it's the way he said it. It sounded like those TikTok Khabib fans in the comment, 29, oh, got to the spot. Not to mention, in his Roadhouse review, he didn't even understand what Conor's walk was like. He didn't know about Conor's whole gimmick strat, which I thought was common knowledge, but I guess not.
But this role obviously fits him because he's supposed to be him. But that comes with some drawbacks, because there are often times here where it borders on cringe. For example, like when he first shows up, he's doing like a Vince McMahon walk for like every scene that he's in. He's like moving around like this when he's just walking. And it's just like, ooh, that's kind of stinky to see. Like, you don't need to do that every time you're on screen.
Circling back to Khabib though, him calling Khabib a legend just tells me one thing, that Khabib versus Conor might be the greatest example of the winner takes it all. Because morally, these two are both insanely shitty people. Like, they're not much better than the other. But Khabib, he's a legend because he won. I mean, Khabib has a whole rap sheet himself we can talk about. We can talk about all his terroristic ties, his manager being connected to 9/11, and by the way, a fucking pedophile.
And we could touch on some of this stuff Conor spoke about. It was here during this time Ali Abdelaziz would intentionally target an underage, quote-unquote, depressed girl who he says name was Fatima. He targeted her as she was the sister of a high-ranking member of the Muslims of America group. He would marry, consummate, and impregnate this girl, who he claims could not read or write, and was an easy target due to the fact that she seemed depressed. It would be this young woman who would bear the child he would later go on to abandon. Okay? Noah.
Shut your mouth. Ali Abdulaziz, mad terrorist.
Ali.
Terrorist snitch.
Ali.
I know a lot about you as well, you mad rat. How's Noah? How's Noah, huh? Yeah, shut your mouth. Never speak about me.
There was also this time a politician was horrified that a teacher had been beheaded. There was some woman that had her throat slit, so he spoke out against it, just for Khabib to make a public post calling him evil for this. Get that, he's saying this dude's evil for saying beheading teachers and slitting random women's necks is bad. I mean, we can also talk about how Khabib is married to his cousin, his literal cousin. Keep in mind, it was an arranged marriage by their parents. I mean, she was literally groomed into that shit. So if you want to believe that Conor SAK stuff, then I don't reckon grooming her to marry the richest guy in the village, who just so happens to be her fucking cousin, is too much different, alright? And something else, we gotta talk about it. Khabib's fucking crypto scams every damn week on all of his socials. He's constantly pumping out crypto scams, which I thought Moist Critical was like all against. He calls out crypto scams all the time. I mean, he was on Logan Paul's head for that exact same thing Khabib does. But Khabib is a legend because he beat Conor McGregor. I don't get it. Look, I like Moist Critical. This isn't meant to be negative about his character or anything, just more so his takes. Not that it matters what I say, I'm basically shooting marbles at a tank here. Nothing I say or do could affect his channel in any way, but my point is,
either it's all okay, or none of it is.
either all of it is okay, or none of it is okay. You can't pick and choose just because you don't like that specific fighter. I mean, even his favorite fighter surprised me.
The UFC Freedom 250 thoughts on the fights. Oh yeah, I watched that. A wacky event, but brother, some of those fights were unreal. I was distraught with the Topuria fight. I was really surprised and upset because Topuria is my favorite fighter. He got brutalized, man.
And that's surprising to me because Moist, he is a huge hater of Donald Trump. Talks about him being on the list and shit, going to the old island. And believing that, it just surprises me because Ilia Topuria is pretty damn public and open about how much he idolizes and loves Donald Trump.
So, like, what kind of stuff do you read?
I read more like of self-development books. This is the most of the books I read. Self-development books. I read biographies of the people that I like. For example, Donald Trump, Warren Buffett. I read that kind of people.
By the way, what do you think about Trump? Have you met Trump yet?
No. I like the strong personality that Trump represents. You know, he's like, we do it this way or we don't do it, and I like that. Me and you, we can think whatever we want to think, but at the end of the day, as I said, I vote for peace, and I think that Trump is seeking for the peace in the world, even if it doesn't look like that at some point, and you see a lot of crazy things in the social media. I really think that he's doing that, and he's looking like for the best interest for the United States.
So are you just gonna ignore that or what? You know what I mean? Donald Trump's got rape charges too. What's that make Ilya being a fan of him, idolizing him? You know what I mean? Maybe if he was a little bit more clear on why he specifically dislikes Conor McGregor, but not everyone else here I just listed who he likes and who have also done all sort of crazy shit, that by his own words, he should be considering like assholes, douchebags, just scumbags. But hey, that's it from me. If you guys liked the video, be sure to let me know, hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know if I'm in the right here. Maybe I'm reaching, but yeah, I'll catch you later.